This is me, an Indian who doesn't know how to code. And for me, that is basically a failure.
And we have to change that.
Okay, so I have to tell you something really important. Actually, being the lazy person I am, I didn't film while learning. And I already learned the whole thing. So now I will try to recount my learning process with as much precision as possible. And for that, you get to hear my beautiful voice. Yeah. So, as you know, to start anything, the first thing you require is a plan. So, I made one. My plan is pretty simple. I just watch a course, and if I want, I will code a bit. And as any sensible person would do, of course, I'm going to ask ChatGPT what course I should watch. Because he gives logical answers, unlike people. So that's what I'm going to do, and I hope the course he suggests me is good. And yeah, nothing else to say, just that for now. So let's watch how it goes. And after having found the course, well, I just started watching it.
A few moments later, a little longer than a few minutes later, 3 days later, one eternity later.
And by the way, the course is this one right here. So I just watched it, but of course it was hard. So I quit midway through. But then, after a month, I made up my mind to pick it up again. And then, since I had forgotten everything I watched a month back, I had to rewatch the important parts. That was unfortunate. So basically, I watched some parts of the course 2 times. And after having started the course, I figured out that it would be a good exercise to just solve some problems with Python. So I created an account on HackerRank, which is a website which you can use to solve problems using code. Hope that makes sense. And then after having created an account, I started solving some problems. And of course, being the moron I am, I filmed myself headless. I'm sorry for that, but now let's get back to the coding. And it was tough, so in the end I just gave up. I didn't continue that. I solved a few problems, but then I couldn't continue it. So I'm back. I finally finished the course. Yay! It was not very exciting. Well, okay, a bit. Yeah, it was a bit exciting. So I finished the course, and now you know what? I've got a really funny program idea, and it's quite simple, so shouldn't take me much long. And yeah, so what are we waiting for? Let's get to work. So this is the program, and 3, 2, 1.
Knock, knock, who's there? Figs. Figs who? Figs the bell. I have been knocking forever.
And this is the program. I know it's not the most useful, but nonetheless, it's a bit funny. Okay, so before you say anything, I know the program isn't the best, but it's kind of funny. And it's quite cool to think that you can make a machine do this kind of stuff. Like, you can make a machine do whatever you want. And that is the liberty of programming. Like, you can basically make a worker for yourself that does some kind of specific work very, very efficiently. So that's the beauty of it. And I feel that it is quite cool. But maybe it's just me. So This skill took me about 28 hours and 50 minutes to learn. I know this here is saying 25 hours and 43 minutes, but trust me, it's 28 hours and 50 minutes. Actually, when I was learning to code, I forgot to start the timer and I practiced for like 3 hours. So that's where the confusion comes from. In the end, I just want to say that it was a really fun skill to learn, even though at times it was really complicated. But that's the beauty of it. Learning is all about overcoming challenges, and this is a perfect example of it. So, I hope you try coding for yourself. And yeah, nothing else to say. This is me, Ari, signing off. Bye bye.